The world is full of cities that scream for your attention. They are loud. They are relentless. They are a concrete crush of humanity, ambition, noise. But then there are other places that whisper. Guiyang is one of those whispers. Here in southwest China, they call it the Forest City. It sounds like a marketing slogan, maybe. A nice idea that doesn't quite hold up to reality. But then you arrive, you breathe the air. It's different, it's cleaner, fresher. The city doesn't fight the landscape. It seems to have surrendered to it in the best possible way. This isn't your typical Chinese megacity story. You don't feel the frantic pulse of Shanghai or the imperial weight of Beijing. Instead, you find a city nestled among green hills. Parks aren't just manicured squares of grass here. They are chunks of actual wilderness, dropped right into the urban grid. You can get lost on a mountain trail in the morning. Find yourself in a bustling night market by evening. This is a journey into that balance. A look at the nature, culture, history, and most importantly, food. Guiyang is the capital of Guizhou province, a gateway and a starting point. It's a story worth telling. It's a place worth seeing. You don't have to leave Guiyang to find nature. Nature is right here, inside the city limits. The best example is Qianling Mountain Park. It's not just a park, it's a whole mountain right downtown. You pay a few yuan and walk through the gate, and suddenly the city falls away. The air gets cooler. The sounds change from traffic horns to the rustle of bamboo leaves. Stone steps, worn smooth by millions of footsteps, lead you up into the dense forest. You are climbing, sweating, an urban hike that feels wonderfully remote. This mountain belongs to the macaques. They are the true locals, hundreds of them, sitting on railings, grooming each other, swinging from branches, snatching snacks from visitors. People laugh and take pictures, keeping a respectful distance. Deeper in the park, you find Hongfu Temple, a 17th century Buddhist sanctuary. Incense hangs heavy in the air. Bells chime softly. From the summit, the view is a revelation. The green canopy gives way to residential towers, office buildings, and beyond them, rolling green hills. The forest city in a single frame, the messy, perfect coexistence of man-made and natural. Then Huaxi National Wetland Park, a different kind of green, water, reeds, quiet reflection. Glide on a boat, walk elevated boardwalks through the marshes. Sanctuary for birds, peaceful escape for people. Drone above, green islands, shimmering waterways, karst hills in the background. This isn't a footnote. It's a vital organ, one of the lungs that helps Guiyang breathe easy. Guiyang is a fantastic base camp, a comfortable place to stock up. Rest. Venture out into the raw, spectacular beauty of Guizhou province. The landscape here is defined by karst topography, a world of limestone eroded by water over millions of years. Cone-shaped hills, deep sinkholes, vast underground cave systems. It looks like something from a fantasy novel. Art, legends, way of life. A short drive in any direction takes you into the heart of it. Huanggoshu Waterfall, the undisputed heavyweight champion. It's a whole cluster of waterfalls. The main fall is a monster, one of the largest in Asia. You hear it long before you see it. A deep primal roar that echoes through the valley. The sheer power of the water is humbling. Mist so thick it feels like a constant rainstorm. A cave behind the curtain. Walk behind the thundering cascade, a full-body experience, not just the famous spots, small, quiet moments in the countryside. Boat trip down a lazy river, drifting past rice paddies, towering karst peaks rising from the water's edge. Fishermen on a bamboo raft, water buffalo cooling in the shallows. These scenes stick with you, timeless beauty unchanged for centuries. A powerful antidote to modern chaos. Exploring the karst hills is like stepping into another world. Daggers pointed at the sky, soft green mounds, hills riddled with caves, some enormous enough to swallow a skyscraper. Short day trips from Guiyang aren't just sightseeing. They're about understanding the foundation of this place: land, people, soul. It gives you context for everything else you see. The story of Guizhou is incomplete without its people. This province is a vibrant mosaic of ethnic minority groups. Guiyang is the hub where many of these cultures converge. The Miao peoples are among the most prominent. The Dong peoples are among the most prominent. They have their own languages, their own traditions, their own stunningly beautiful styles of dress and craft. To understand Guiyang, you have to understand the rich cultural tapestry that surrounds it. Their festivals, their art, their way of life. It's a living history, not something confined to a museum. Visiting a Miao village is a feast for the senses. The first thing you notice is the silver. The women wear elaborate, handcrafted silver headpieces, necklaces, bracelets. Each piece is a work of art, passed down through generations. Their clothing is just as incredible, featuring intricate embroidery and brilliant colors. If you're lucky enough to arrive during a festival, you'll witness a spectacle of song and dance. The music of the lush fills the air. Dancers move in synchronized patterns. It's a celebration of community, harvest, identity. The crafts here are a direct line to the past. In a small village, you might find an artisan practicing batik, melted wax drawn into patterns, cloth dyed with indigo, or a silversmith hammering delicate jewelry. These aren't just souvenirs. They are stories told in cloth and metal. They represent a deep connection to ancestry and a fierce pride in cultural heritage. Meeting a family in their home, sharing a meal, listening to their stories is the real goal. It's where you move past being a tourist and become a guest. You might be offered a cup of homemade rice wine. Through a translator or just through smiles and gestures, you can feel the warmth and resilience of the people. They are keepers of a culture that has survived against the odds, enriching Guizhou with profound human connection. It's a humbling and unforgettable experience. While nature and culture define the region, Guiyang itself has a story written in stone and wood. To read it, you have to walk its historic streets. A short trip from the modern city center takes you to Qingyan ancient town. This isn't a theme park reconstruction. It's a genuine 600-year-old Ming Dynasty fortress town. Passing through the massive stone gates feels like stepping back in time. The streets are paved with uneven flagstones, polished smooth by centuries of foot traffic. Narrow, winding, flanked by old wooden houses with dark tiled roofs. Walking through Qingyan is a journey of small discoveries. You wander down quiet alleyways, where locals still live their daily lives. You peek into small courtyards filled with potted plants. The town is a labyrinth of shops, selling local crafts, teas, snacks like the famous rose candy. The air is thick with history. You can almost hear the echoes of soldiers, merchants, and scholars who once walked these same streets. It's a place to slow down, to get intentionally lost, and to let the atmosphere of the past wash over you. The contrast with Guiyang's modern skyline is stark and beautiful. Back in the heart of the city, Guizhou Tower stands as Guiyang's most iconic landmark. A three-story wooden pavilion perched elegantly on a giant rock in the middle of the Nanming River. Built over 400 years ago, its name translates to First Scholar's Tower. It was built to inspire local students to achieve greatness in the imperial examinations. During the day, it's a beautiful piece of classical architecture, but at night, it transforms. The tower is bathed in a warm golden light, its intricate structure reflected perfectly in the dark water. It's a magical sight. The area around Guizhou Tower perfectly illustrates Guiyang's story of old and new. The ancient tower sits in quiet dignity, while just across the river, modern high-rises glitter with 1,000 points of light. The city's skyline is pushing ever upward, but it hasn't bulldozed its history. It has, in places like this, chosen to honor it. This juxtaposition is what makes Guiyang so visually compelling. It's a city that remembers where it came from, even as it rushes toward the future. You can't know a place until you've eaten on its streets. Food is the great connector. Its culture, its history, its family. And in Guiyang, the food is a declaration of identity. The flavor profile is bold, assertive, and unforgettable. Suan La, or sour and spicy. It's a cuisine born from the mountains, where preserving food and stimulating the appetite in the humid climate was a necessity. Fermented vegetables, sour tomatoes, a fearsome variety of chilies are the building blocks of a truly unique culinary world. The night market is where it all comes alive. Qingyun Road. Night market is the city's rumbling stomach. As dusk falls, the street transforms. Carts are rolled out, grills are fired up. Strings of bare light bulbs cast a warm glow over the scene. The air becomes a heady mix of chili smoke, grilling meats, boiling broths. It's a chaotic, beautiful symphony of sounds and smells. This is where locals come to eat, to meet friends, to unwind. It's not for tourists, it's for everyone. You grab a small plastic stool, point at what looks good, and prepare for an adventure. There are a few dishes you must try. Changwang noodles are a breakfast staple, but they're good anytime. It's a bowl of rich, spicy broth with egg noodles. Crispy pork intestine, cubes of coagulated pig's blood, which has a texture like firm tofu. It's hearty, complex, and delicious. Then there's siwawa, or silk baby, tiny, delicate spring roll wrappers. A huge platter of finely shredded vegetables. You add a spicy sour sauce, eat it in 1 or 2 bites. It's fresh, interactive, and incredibly fun to eat. But the king of Guizhou cuisine is sour soup fish, suantang yu. This dish is a revelation. Fermented tomatoes, chilies. Give the soup a bright, tangy, deeply savory flavor. A whole fish is poached gently in the bubbling broth right at your table. Watching a cook prepare it is a lesson in balance. A few simple, high-quality ingredients create something magical. The taste is sharp and clean, cutting through the richness of the fish. It's the definitive taste of Guizhou, a perfect expression of the land and its people. So what is Guiyang? It's not the China you see on postcards or in the headlines. It's not a city of imperial palaces or futuristic skylines, something quieter, something greener, something that feels more connected to the earth it's built on. It is, in fact, a forest city. A place where you can hike a mountain in the morning and get lost in a 600-year-old town in the afternoon. A city where the air feels a little cleaner and the pace of life feels a little more human. It's a place to breathe, a place to wander without a fixed itinerary. It's for the curious traveler, the one who wants to look beyond the obvious. It's a gateway to the staggering natural beauty and rich cultural diversity. But it's also a destination in its own right. It has a soul. You can taste it in the sharp, bright flavor of a sour soup. You can see it in the intricate silverwork of a miao headdress. You can feel it in the quiet reverence of Hong Fu Temple and the boisterous energy of the night market. Guiyang doesn't shout. It doesn't need to. It waits patiently to be discovered. It offers a different kind of travel experience. One that's less about checking boxes and more about making connections. It's about tasting new flavors, hearing old songs, and seeing how a city can grow in harmony with the wild world around it. It rewards those who take the time to look closer, to walk the side streets, to try the unfamiliar dish. So if you're looking for a different side of China, a place that will surprise you and feed you and show you something new, come to Guiyang. Come walk its green paths and taste its spicy sour food. Come listen to its stories. It's here, waiting for you. A quiet, green secret ready to be told. You just have to be willing to listen.